I was all prepared to get into the CPI numbers from yesterday, help you know what it means for your life. But obviously, it's very boring. And then we had even more boring news to come out. And so that's what I have to talk about. This whole Biden, classified document stuff. And it's being compared to Trump. And the whole thing is just, well, it's more boring than CPI. But I want to help you sort of get a balance here as we look at all these, top secret documents hanging out at everybody's house. Now, when they raided Mar-a-Lago for the documents at Trump's home in Florida, the crime there to me was the raid. I am still amazed that the FBI ordered a raid not on just someone's house, but a former president's house when they really had nothing to go on. There was no secret that he had secrets, documents in his house. That's the crime. And I really believe that everybody involved in that decision in the FBI should be fired. But that aside, let's get to these top secret classified documents. And let me mention this. Everything that is written down, everything that is said, recorded in the White House becomes classified information. And so point one here is that we don't know what the content is from either guy. That's not been released. It's all speculation. I mean, Biden may have had an old lady visiting the White House that, just to help him out, gave him her favorite recipe for oatmeal and guaranteed it would keep him regular. Well, he's not going to leave the White House without that, yet it becomes classified once it's in the Oval Office. We don't know what's in the documents, number one. Number two, they both broke the law. Both of them. It's so funny when all this week that the Biden documents have been revealed, everybody on his side, New York Times, MSNBC, and the rest, they've all been talking about, hey, this is apples and oranges. There's no connection. Forget that, okay? They both, Trump and Biden, broke federal law by taking sensitive documents from the White House. That's just the way it is. Now, how important is that? We use an acronym of my family. It's just ANBT, which stands for Ain't No Big Deal. There's really nothing here on either side. It's like getting a speeding ticket. Maybe it's a little more serious than breaking a rule with your homeowners association, but it's really so boring. It's paperwork. It's documents. Are you kidding me? Let me tell you what would be serious. Remember Edward Snowden? Worked for the NSA and then gave the secrets of the surveillance programs they were doing. And by the way, he's now a citizen of Russia living there. I wonder what he thinks about the Russia-Ukraine war. I wonder what he knows about it for another day. But the bottom line is, if somebody from Trump world or Biden world shared sensitive information with our enemies, now it's no longer boring. We have a real issue. The funniest thing about this whole thing to me is that Trump, he knew he had those sensitive documents and he didn't care what people thought about it. Biden, on the other hand, was surprised when he learned about it and was clueless and didn't know anything about it. You know what? I believe that. I really believe he's clueless with the whole thing. But the bottom line, there is nothing here. It's just a big example of all this whataboutism. Go to sleep tonight. Do not fear. Nothing here to worry about.